Oh, drags this straight into the hands of Azmatullah. Excellent once again, Mohammad Nabi weaving his magic and just eking out one wicket after another.
Probably getting him to smile after every one of these wickets is the fact that he's getting wickets of not the best deliveries. And he'll consider himself pretty lucky because, truth be told, this was also a hit me ball. It was a drag down. He never middled it at all. And Azmatullah Omarzai takes one pretty comfortably. They don't drop too many. 79 for 5. The Scotland team at the moment, well, they can't make much of what Afghan is throwing at them. 14 completed, 6 to go. That required run rate is well over 15.
New batter in, Mark Watt. And he joins forces with Matthew Cross here. The result feels like a bit of a foregone conclusion now, unless Mark Watt can inject some drama late in the proceedings. Last 6 overs of this warm-up fixture between Scotland and Afghanistan coming up. And head coach Jonathan Trott is currently heading back from the huddle to the dugout. Is looking mighty please, relax, and why not? He's given good time. Good gaming opportunities here. Okay. Most of his players, remember. Darvish
Is it fine now?
Looked well set to score a century. Was asked to retire hurt. In a fine all-round performance, the Scotland batting card. Plenty of fireworks in the short runnable stay of 13 from George Munsey. Michael Jones tried hard but never quite got going here. Brendan McMullen used the reverse sweep and the deep square leg arc fairly well to plunder 20 runs of his 12-ball innings, but eventually it is
Sharif, is it
largely
good now?
been a show of the master magicians in Mohammad Nabi, Rashid Khan, ably complemented by Omarzai. And do not forget Noor Ahmed. Sure wicket list so far, but has been extremely frugal. The 7 runs of his 2 overs so far.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, that's good.
Also a good time to tell our viewers that the India A team is in action as we speak against the United States. That game is going on at the D.Y. Patil in Navi Mumbai. India batting first, enjoying themselves in the center, 126 in just the 10 overs. Jagdishan with a half century. Tilak Verma. Lots of familiar names in that India A team. They're going to be here in Bengaluru. They'll be taking on Namibia on Friday. Priyan Sharia, Tilak Verma, Mayank Yadav, Riyan Parag, Ravi Bishnoi. Ayush Badoni obviously leading the side. Khalil Ahmed, Namandir. That's just a quality team. At the moment, just trying to hit themselves out of trouble here. The Scottish batters.
Gulbadin Naib introduced into the attack as late as the 15th over.
Jamal Afghan, it's a beautiful man.
Didn't have a great day with the bat.
Hello, welcome.
Played, but hollow sound of the bat coming off that stroke.
Afghanistan.
Plenty of lessons to take for Scotland from this game.
And that's the whole point, isn't it? These warm-up matches, they're going to put you through the test. And Scotland will go back with a few questions to answer for sure. Because the intensity will go up a few notches come the World Cup. Scotland will have another opportunity before the World Cup starts for them. They take on Namibia in their second game, while Mark Watt with a thick outside edge, will get one past third man for 4.
Fortuitous for Mark Watt. It was scurrying towards the boundary from the moment it left the bat.
Which side is the game on? Afghanistan, Scotland.
Scotland still needing 101 from their remaining 33 deliveries.
Skine uche ko pigeda no. Pasta ba uche pa ko. Greetings, greetings.
Uses the feet, checks his shot, and they steal a single.
Sharif Azza Germany ki ma.
Your first time here too, on the Center of Excellence. What do you make of it? Just looks stunning. And well outside the city of Bengaluru. Open spaces all around. It's a chilly time of the year as well. Very different from where you come from, Monisha.
You can sense why teams love preparing themselves here at the COE. Or played. There is a fielder, however. And crosses look really aggressive.
In India,
it's another thing that his aggression has really not translated into boundaries. Still only a meager 5 to his tally. And speaking of the COE, what a terrific facility this is. Spread across a 40-acre campus. The complex includes 3 full grounds.
Okay, maybe your internet is slow.
Outside an expansive net zone, which offers 45 practice pitches for varied workloads. The BCCI has really done well to have it inaugurated in late 2024. End of the 15th over, Scotland 87 for 5.
Garamshid ولسوالی چیره ده فکر کنم هلمند که ده کنه
Scotland showing no sense of urgency. Just when I said that, going for a maximum is what? As though he heard me and say, I'll show you what I can do. This was a good hit, straight, safe, got the distance almost flat for a 6. A good hit there. And trying to replicate the same this time, but the execution was not quite there. Maybe Rahman holding the line a little back, or rather the little back, I should say. So Afghanistan placed along with South Africa and New Zealand. As I heard you mention a little while earlier, Navneet.
Right.
Good luck for all the predictions and predictors over there.
Hey, like they say, cricket's a funny game, and we've seen funny things happen. And so, like you said, never say never. Yeah, he got inside the line of the ball. Just really good execution, right shot selection, and be rewarded with the boundary. Matt Cross was angled into the right-hander.
Where did you get the data?
Well picked up.
Afghani, what do you mean by data?
Yes, neatly done.
Hold the
Fishing
camera
himself
a
a boundary.
little higher. Like this?
Cross going across and playing that one. Much better this time from Rahman. He's wicketless so far. Now look at the required rate. It's almost as though the Scots have given up on that. Doesn't matter. Bordering 20 runs per over. That's the required rate. As against 6.3 rate, which is the current run rate for them.
Out.
Yeah, I like this from Mark Watt. You want to go down with a fight now. The result of the game may be a little too far-fetched in terms of them getting over the line. But they probably tell themselves, how can I finish an innings? What can I do in the final 4 overs? Because in the World Cup, they're going to face situations where they'll need a plenty in the final few. They find themselves in that kind of a situation. They may not get 83, but how much can they? But if he goes across so much, he's asking for trouble as he gets his off stump shattered. You said something about Mujibur Rahman being wicketless, brother. Here you go.
Absolutely, keeping it straight, keeping it very simple, and following the theory. If you miss, I hit. And no better side for a bowler than seeing the ball being sent down, hitting the pole on the other end. And an entertaining innings coming to an end. And Leask, the new batsman in.
It's not pause, I think. The batsman is out.
Look to make a few. Make the most of this preparatory opportunity. What about the wicket, Navneet? The wicket that we get to see now and what you have made of it so far, will it be an indication of the wickets that are in store for them across the country? Come. Oh, that was quite something. Every now and then you get to see something like this. That's innovation, improvisation, and that's entertaining.
That is a quality pickup. Possibly is the biggest six we've seen. That's cleared the boundary lines by a good margin. He's used the pace of Gulbadin Naib and, well, helped it along in a sense. It was a full toss to start with. He was just coming back to the surface. I thought this surface was a good one, and it stayed through all through the 36 overs that we've seen so far. We've seen bounce and movement off the surface for the seamers. Probably haven't seen too much turn, but there's been grip, a little bit of grip. And if you've kept it tight, as far as the spinners are concerned, it's been decent for them too. Batters have enjoyed themselves. The bounce has stayed true. So it's been a good surface. So reflection on what the other surfaces look like, and obviously will vary as we move along from venue to venue across the next 4 weeks.
Where is this phone?
Keep in mind that lots of
what do you mean
these
where is
matches
this
are
phone?
also
You mean which side is
in
this?
Sri Lanka.
Out.
Oh, cleaned up. Cleaned up.
Gulbadin, we cut
The middle stump deciding to rest on the ground for a while. Naib having a hearty laugh there. This is straight as it gets. Maybe nip back a little. There's not much of feet movement. Finding that gap and making that contact with the timber. Leask. Leaves and Greaves comes in.
The right arm leggy comes in at number 9. Can't keep Gulbadin Naib out of the game, can you? Whether it's with the bat, with the ball on the field. I can't stop myself from thinking of what happened in that previous World Cup. He's quite the character, Gulbadin Naib. What a run it was for Afghanistan in that 2024 World Cup. Unbelievable. Unfortunately, a story of so close yet so far for them. Going down in the semi-finals against South Africa. gracious, he just comes in and he's asking everyone, what in the world is the fuss all about? He made that look pretty easy.
It did look premeditated. But one has to say that he had his calculation absolutely spot on. Navneet, you mentioned about the semi-final entry of Afghanistan, making that a very special occasion. As we have had such instances in the past as well, Kenya's entry into the 2003 World Cup, the 50-over World Cup, was one such. But it has to be said that Afghanistan looked far more convincing. And not to forget, they almost upset Australia in the 50-over edition a year ago in 2023. So making some giant strides, Afghanistan. And for the time being, is Cross enjoying his time out there in the middle. The weather is good. And let me try and play some shots. So far has been successful. That's the end of over number 17. 114 for 7, Scotland. It was a pretty expensive over from Naib, the last one. 12 coming off it, but a wicket as well. And Navneet, the number of matches we have each team gets in this warm-up series, that gives you a pretty decent idea as to where you stand in terms of the form, the fitness, and of course, the acclimatization to the conditions. For certain teams, that's very, very important.
In some sense, it does give that indication. You also want to keep in mind that they're trying out different combinations. Oh, that is right in the block hole. Well kept out by Greaves. These combinations may or may not be a reflection of what their strategy will be come the World Cup. And you saw Gulbadin Naib open the batting today. Would you see him open the batting in the World Cup? Would you see him play in a very different position? Afghanistan have often had different pairs at the top, explosive pairs. And so just a little indication that the warm-up games will give you time to just spend time under the sun, under the lights, get that rhythm. It may not necessarily be a reflection of the plans that they already have in place, that are thought through already for the big games.
Oh, chopped on to the stumps, and that brings the Greaves stay at the middle to an end. Played on, offering a nothing shot to a rather straight delivery. A shot that no batter will be proud of. And that's wicket number 8. And also Navneet, could also be a case of maybe leaving a few teams perplexed by going for some outlandish combinations and strategies as well. And in this format, you can expect anything.
And keep your cards close to your chest. One of the greats of the game. You look back over the last one decade, who's one player who would walk into the team of the decade. You probably have this man as one of the first few entries. Rashid Khan has been a revelation in this format, and isn't it wonderful for the game? One of the absolute superstars of T20 cricket comes from Afghanistan. Oh, that was quick. That was quick. That was a little too quick for Wheel. was beaten for pace for sure, but he got something on it. That'll get him 4.
Certainly he was beaten there for pace, but Wheels got enough wheel on the ball there, raising away for another 4. No complaints. He'll gleefully take it. So 14 legal deliveries left in this innings. And what looks like a very comfortable victory for Afghanistan in this opening fixture.
Zadran
The
da
warm-up series happening in
ICC
3
channel
different
ICC.
locations in India and of course in Sri Lanka as well. The venues in India being Navi Mumbai, Bengaluru and Chennai. So we got 2 matches coming up here at the same venue on the 4th. That is Wednesday. So Afghanistan will be pretty happy with the way things have gone. Again, trying to heave, not making contact. But precious practice time for Scotland.
Yeah, 100%. You've got to also just keep in mind what they've had go over the last 1 week. It's been pretty crazy, but they're here.
Out. Ball.
I just love what we're seeing from Azmatullah Omarzai. A quick bouncer followed by the slow one, and now a full-length Yorker that absolutely dismantles the stumps. He's been rapid.
What a performance, 3 for 14. Excellent.
Miskina.
A look at that.
Wa miskina.
Not trying anything fancy, the good old-fashioned length line. The direction was perfect. And he kind of knew what the batsman was trying to do. And the batsman had very, very little chance or probability of succeeding that time. And that results in wicket number 9. Will Scotland bat their entire 20 overs or will they be bowled out? I think going by the look of things, the latter is a probability, but as we say, anything can happen. What if somebody comes and scores a few runs and then lifts the spirit? You want to end with a bang?
It's warm-up match.
And cross on strike. Curry at the non-strikers in. That is a gorgeous shot. Now, has he found the fielder? No, he won't. It eludes Gulbadin Naib. But they've been comprehensive. They'll be happy with their outing today. Afghanistan, it's been a good all-round performance. And what you want to get out of a warm-up game, Sri, that is just making sure that everyone gets an opportunity to contribute and do their thing. And a lot of the batters, as many as 6 to 7 batters batted. We've had as many as 6 bowlers bowled today. Spin, pace, we've seen a bit of everything. Everyone chipping in with the wickets too. Obviously, Mohammad Nabi and Azmatullah Omarzai picking up a majority of the wickets, but just time under the sun first and now under the lights. I think they'd be pleased with the outing today.
Absolutely. They gave everybody a hit. Razuli retiring and giving the other batsmen a go. And of course the trump cards looking pretty good as well. Rashid Khan may not be among the wicket, or he didn't run through, but he looked in good shape as well. So things looking fine for this Afghan team, and greater, bigger challenges await them. For the Scots, a lot of work to be done by the look of it. Of course, they didn't have much of a preparation time. Some would have had other plans. Some would have been planning holidays. cancel everything, come get on this plane to India. We are playing the World Cup. And the 24th of January, you know how much time they had to group and come over here.
Bradley Curry does well to dig that out. Just like the intensity I see from Fazal Faruqi. He always runs in with some serious intensity. And he's there in and thereabouts. He's always at you. Naveenul Haq. Azmatullah Omarzai, the seamers, and then we've spoken so much about the trio of spinners. They are going to be a treat to watch.
Yes, that's something which the cricket aficionados will be licking their lips in anticipation. Scotland would look to survive the next 7 deliveries and not getting all out. It's also about the small things that can give you a feel good, and all adding up to boosting your confidence. But Faruqi hitting the right spot, is getting his Yorkers right, and of course when the batsman is not trying anything that is upsetting your rhythm, one might argue is easier to do, but getting the ball right in the block hole is one of the very, very toughest things to do in the game of cricket. They say cricket is a game of inches. You have a doubt, you ask a certain Chetan Sharma.
Not a bad over 8 this game has had. We started at 3 p.m. It's 20 minutes past 6 and we're into the final over. Zia-ur-Rahman Sharifi, tall right arm fast bowler. He's getting a good look in. Third over. Haven't seen much of him. Yeah, but they've enjoyed themselves, yeah. Why not? Smiles all around. Rashid Khan by the boundary line, long off. Chat with his mates. Remarkable the strides they've made in international cricket over the years. They've just gotten better and better and better, and that gap between Afghanistan and many of the top nations has just gotten smaller and smaller. Now, it ain't no upset anymore.
Yes, it isn't. They've had some amazing results over a period of time, and of course they're coming into this having beaten the West Indies in a 3-match series, 2-1. And the way they have beaten the West Indies comprehensively. Oh, loud appeal, and umpire hesitated a bit, but finally raising his finger. So Scotland doesn't survive the entire 20 overs. Their challenge ends in the 20th on 123, falling well short. And they will look to see the positives in that performance. But on the other hand, Afghanistan will be definitely a happier side, looking good.
Mubarak.
Just a comprehensive performance by Afghanistan. They win by 62 runs. They've made light work of Scotland. They were thorough with the bat. They had their foot on the accelerator all through the 20 overs. And with the ball, menacing as always, miserly. Gave nothing away. Wickets well distributed between the spinners and the seamers. just about the near perfect outing that Rashid Khan would have wanted from today. He was indecisive after he won the toss, said, I'm happy to do anything, then said, you know what, we'll bat first. And 3.5 hours later, smiles all around.
We talk about strategies and keeping the cards close to your chest. Probably that's a double bluff as well. The world is watching, and you want to confuse and leave them guessing as much as you want to. But that's what matters, what you read on your screen at the moment. Afghanistan won by 61 runs. That in T20 cricket is a massive, massive margin.
Congratulations, Mubarak Devi Turata.
Afghanistan will come out for another game in the warm-ups. But they've just been too good for Scotland today. They play the West Indies in a couple of days' time in this very venue, Afghanistan. Few batters getting into double digits, but no one really kicking on. And that was the problem. They could only manage just a little past run a ball. Scotland do play on Wednesday on the ground right adjacent to the one that we played at. Scotland versus Namibia. Handshakes all round. Well done, Afghanistan. Tough luck to Scotland. They'll very quickly go back to the drawing board. They'll have plenty of questions to answer. That's what it's all about. The competition goes up big time when you're playing at the highest level. It's been wonderful bringing you these visuals from this gorgeous new facility, thanks to the Board of Control for Cricket in India. The Center of Excellence, 3 fabulous venues, 2 of them being used for the warm-ups. On a pleasant Monday evening. There's great conditions overall for a game of cricket. I want to thank you for tuning in, and well done to Afghanistan.
خو وخت ولري ټول خدای پامان